Welcome back to Drive Your Journey. I'm your host, Fred Arnold. I'm joined by Steve Schaefer. Steve Schaefer is a reverse mortgage specialist at American Family Funding. What is a reverse mortgage? Give me an example.
Reverse mortgage is, I'll give you a clear example. People who own their house, they're getting a little bit older and maybe they need to tap some equity. I recently had, and this is the oldest client that I've had. He just turned 97 last month. And he was just tremendous spirit. His house is in immaculate condition. A widower. He had lost his wife several years ago. But he was starting to run out of cash, but he has caregivers coming in. Legally blind, he's got some hearing problems, but his mind is so sharp. And he got into, what is he going to do? Some friends and family were advising, maybe you should go into an assisted living because you're kind of getting up there. What do you need this house? But he likes his lifestyle now. He likes where he is.
He loves his home, right?
He loves his home. He knows where everything is. It's all neat. And being legally blind, he can get around and you know where things are. And it was actually through a realtor. He went and he had a realtor come out. What about selling the home and sell the home? He owned it outright, and then take that funds and go in assisted living. And she went over there and talked to him, and then I got involved too because she knew me, and she said, what? I think it'd be better if he stayed there. And he was thinking the same thing. And he kind of looked at it and said, you know what? I'm 97 years old, and at this point, I don't want to pack up and move. I like where I am. And it was the old, if you remember the song from the 80s, The Clash had a song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? And that's what he was weighing, should I stay or should I go? He decided to stay.
Yeah.
And he's doing great, and I mean, he's just,
So you were able to help him with the reverse mortgage?
And he's good, and it's just that peace of mind that he's got.
Some basics around the reverse mortgage, 62 or older.
62 and over, although there are some new products coming out where you can go down to age 60. So your youngsters, can get in on it now.
That's
too.
Great.
Primary residence, got to be, and properly maintain your home, pay your insurance, and pay your property taxes on time.
In some cases, the money they take out will give them the money to properly maintain their home.
Exactly.
Because sometimes they don't have the money for it. Why is now a great time to get a reverse?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that. I have been doing this for 7.5 years. And I've never really seen a better environment. We've got low interest rates. You're talking about interest rates in the high 3s, low 4s. Reverse mortgage interest rates were always a little bit higher. You've also got increased lending limits, okay? Lending limits, how much FHA will consider. Yeah, right? How much you can borrow. They just raised it in 2020. They're going to bump it up to $765,000 from $726,000.
And there's also some jumbo product out there,
and
right?
Jumbo too.
That you could take advantage of.
There are new products. There are new products,
yeah.
A lot of proprietary. And they're filling a gap, because there used to be a gap of people who had homes, and you see more of it in Santa Clarita now with homes in the 700, 800, 900,000, maybe even a little over $1 million, kind of caught in never land because the FHA would not lend enough for them to make it worthwhile for them. By the same token, the jumbos were maybe a little bit too big, and they were kind of like right in the middle. Now you have all of these products coming in to fit that need.
Yeah, and especially
everything's converging.
With our generation, our baby boomer generation retiring, might be perfect. So you recently helped a couple purchase a reverse.
Yeah.
Love to hear about that.
That's the other end of the story too. You got a couple in their 60s where they were thinking about doing a reverse where they were, but when it looked at when we did the numbers, and I'll meet with people and go over their scenario, it was just the two of them. The kids were gone. It didn't make sense for them to stay in this big 3,500 square foot, 2-story house. I said, why don't you go ahead and sell your house, work with a realtor, and you can do a reverse for purchase, use a reverse mortgage to purchase.
Wow.
So they had a home that was worth just about $1 million, still had like a $500,000 mortgage on it, but they were able to sell that home and buy a $500,000 home, still up in the Santa Clarita area, and walk away with $250,000 cash that they could put into the bank to kind of give their retirement portfolio a booster shot.
Right.
So not only did they get a home without a monthly payment, which is one of the big features of the reverse mortgage, but they also had extra cash in the bank.
Yeah.
It was a great situation for them.
Love hearing those stories. So, Steve, those that want to reach out to you and get your consultation, how can they reach you?
Sure. Probably the easiest way is by phone. Steve Schaefer, American Family Funding, 661 505-4308. Email Steve, S-T-E-V-E, at AFFloans.com.
Nobody knows more about reverse mortgage in Southern California than you, Steve. I mean, Steve, I know I've sent many clients to you. You do a phenomenal job.
Thanks, Fred.
Yeah.
Really appreciate all you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I hope you enjoyed this last edition of Drive Your Journey. If you want to recommend a guest that can help others drive their journey, please email me, fred@fredarnold.com. Until we see each other again, make it a great day.